Hi, I'm Shane with eTrailer.com. Today I'm going to walk through how to install the Rampage SuperBrite LED tailgate light on your 2019 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Adding a light like this is going to give you turn signal on each side along with your factory taillights. The light bar is going to light up with your running lights and with your brake lights. Not only that, but it's going to add a lot of style to the vehicle. It's going to be an LED strip light. You can see that it's red. LED lights we're not going to have to worry about changing. It's not going to draw a lot of power from the vehicle. And it's going to come with a 4-pole plug on it, so you can plug it directly into your factory 4-pole plug, or you can do what we did here and we just tied it into the factory wiring so that it comes on when we turn it on. We don't have to worry about plugging it in each time. The lights are going to be a nice flush mount design, so they're not going to interfere with your tailgate opening and closing. And the lights are going to be covered by a silicone coating, so they're not going to get damaged. Now this particular light is only going to give you your brake signal, turn signal, and running lights. Rampage does offer one that has a reverse light signal in it also. You can find that here at eTrailer.com. Now that we've gone over some of the features, let's walk you through how to get it installed. To start our installation, it's going to make it a lot easier if we remove the tailgate, because the gap between the bottom of our tailgate and the top of our bumper is so close we can't get the light in there and get it mounted correctly. So in order to take it off, we're going to have to unplug it. The plug is located right here, but underneath. If you follow the plug coming out of the tailgate, follow it over, it's going to be a large plug. It's going to be about like this. It's going to have a gray clip on it. This is going to be our plug. Right above this gray lever, there's going to be a red tab. You're going to push up on it. You're going to rotate this plug down. Actually push here, rotate this down, and disconnect your plug. You may have some fasteners, some push pin fasteners along the underside of the bed. Go ahead and pull those off. And we're going to route this right over to this side. You want to make sure before you unplug that, if you have an auto tailgate, you make sure you open it first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get it open. Rotate it down, and our access hole is going to be right here. We're going to take a 1/2-inch socket. We're going to move this bolt, and then the bolt on the other side to release our straps. You want to make sure before you take this one all the way out or your second one all the way out, maybe get a second set of hands to help hold the tailgate up and help you remove it from the bed of the truck. On your passenger side, you're going to see a little slot. We're going to slide that out. We're going to take our tailgate, being careful not to damage the lights or any of the paint, and we're going to slide it towards the passenger side. Next, you're going to make sure where you're going to mount your light. Take some rubbing alcohol, and you want to make sure it's clean. In your kit, you're going to have these alignment tabs. On the back, it's going to have tape on it. In my opinion, I wouldn't leave these on once you get them in place. So what you can do, instead of peeling off this whole piece of paper, if you just peel off just an end on each side, it'll make it a lot easier to get them off. So what I did is I lined up my light. You want to make sure that the wire is on the driver's side. So you see this lip, that's going to be at the top. I want that lip right at the bottom edge of this opening, so that the light is showing between the top edge of my bumper and the bottom edge of my tailgate. So I put one here and found my center mark, and then did the same thing at the two ends and checked my alignment to make sure that it's lined up flush with this top edge of our bumper. Once you get that done, you make sure it's level. Then, on the back of your light, you're going to have some tape. Same tape, except we're going to be peeling off the whole paper back. Once you get all the paper off, it's a good idea to get a second set of hands to help get it in place. That way, the least amount of times you have to pull this off of here, the better it's going to stay on the vehicle. Once you set it in place, so you take just a little bit of pressure. Don't push hard because you'll get it stuck on there. Push right here in the center, right on the end where your anchor points are, and then step back and look at it and make sure it's level, because sometimes what happens is the ends will kind of drop a little bit or they'll be raised up. So just make sure you double check it. And once you think you got it in line, then go ahead and start in the middle and work your way out to each side, pushing it in place. Then you can take a trim panel tool and pop the alignment tabs off. And we're going to take our 4-pole plug. We're going to plug it into our plug on the back of the truck. We'll test it out, make sure it's working. Everything's working on it. There's a couple ways you can use it. You can utilize the 4-pole plug and plug the light in anytime you want to use it. It is going to match your blinkers and your running lights. Or you can take your wire and run it down, and you can tie it in to the factory wiring behind the plug so that it's always on when your lights are on or when your lights are working, which is what we're going to do. It's going to make it a lot easier because we're not going to have to worry about plugging this in each time. In order to do that, we just need to route our wire down back behind our bumper, over to the center, and then we need to test our wires behind to determine which wires are doing what functions. What I did is took a second 4-pole plug, which you can find here at eTrailer, tied it into the factory wiring, took the 4-pole plug that's on the end of the light and just plugged them together. Just in case there's anything that ever happens to the light, they can just unplug it, replace the light, and plug it directly back in. Our wires are going to be color matched here. Yellow is going to be left turn, green is going to be right turn, gray with a brown stripe is going to be our running light signal. On our 4-pole plug, brown is going to be running light, yellow is going to be left turn, green is going to be right turn. I grounded my wire right to the frame of the vehicle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up my install. I'm going to tape over my plugs. I'll probably zip tie these two together so they don't come apart. And I can actually take all this and tuck it back up behind this plate on the bumper, zip tie it up back in there so it stays protected. And I'm going to run some wire loom on my wires up to the light just to kind of clean it up a little bit and make it look a little bit more factory. Once you get all your wires cleaned up, you go ahead and reinstall your tailgate in reverse order from the way you took it off. Now that we've got our tailgate back in place, we'll go ahead and test it out. Left turn, right turn, running lights, brake lights. Once you have your tailgate in place, you're ready to go. Again, I'm ShaneLeeChar.com. Hope this video has helped you, whether it's still deciding or installing the Rampage tailgate light on your 2019 Chevrolet Silverado 1500.